What's going on, everybody? Don't really have a jovial way of even starting this video off. Not gonna lie, for the past maybe hour and 30 minutes, I've been in tears. In case you haven't read the bottom of this, the title of this video, uh, Chadwick Boseman has passed away at 43. He had been battling colon cancer for the past 4 years. And it's such a shock to everyone because did not he did not disclose this openly. He was out here doing countless movies, countless roles that were very inspiring to black people, to the African American community. He was doing all these charities. He was doing a lot of stuff, especially with children having cancer. And all the while, he was fighting stage 3 colon cancer. And it's just 2020 has been a hell of a year. Emphasis on hell. Um, so he's actually one of the few actors I genuinely wish I could have met, and I think the only way I can just express my gratitude is I at least want to make a video, and in this video I will break down, not deconstruct, but I will break down Chadwick's probably the most famous role he has outside of, Jackie Robinson, right? He's done so many movies. Marshall, 21 Bridges. The latest movie was The Five Bloods. Pretty sure he's done so many other roles. I'm pretty sure I'm missing some. But in playing T'Challa, aka the Black Panther, and the first mostly black cast movie. Obviously, one of the first black superhero movies was Blade, but this one mostly black cast. I mean, I'm gonna read off some of these names. It's Michael B. Jordan, Lupita Nyong'o, Denai Guerrera. I'm pretty sure I said her last name wrong. Yeah, Angela Bassett and Forrest Whitaker, and I'm pretty sure there's a couple other people in here who I'm forgetting. I can't remember the name of brother man who played M'Baku, but he's in this as well. And you have Chadwick Boseman playing T'Challa. And I guess the reason why I want to talk about this and just to honor him a bit is Disney Marvel wasn't expecting a lot out of this movie. And if you wonder why I have it separate in the case, when I made it a point to go out and buy this movie, and my mom, I didn't have enough because I wanted to give her own version. I just said, hey, take my Blu-ray version until I just asked for it back. And yeah, I made a point of getting this movie. Disney Marvel didn't expect a lot out of Black Panther, which is why Black Panther didn't have a gigantic role in Infinity War, the first movie. And I'm not gonna lie, I didn't expect it either. Let me break down the Black Panther character a little bit for those of you who are not comically inclined. And, as you see my Black Panther shirt, this is actually one of my favorite shirts that I got from Shark Robot. I'm not sponsored, but go to Shark Robot, get this shirt. Hey, if you tell them that I sent you, maybe they'll contact me and they'll help me out. But yeah, obviously it's Black Panther slash Lion King inspired. And actually, one of my friends made the correlation that Black Panther, the movie, Disney movie, was essentially Lion King. And I can see where he was coming from. He's wrong. And if you're watching this, buddy, you're a jerk. He's wrong, but I can see the comparisons for that. And Chadwick Boseman not only gave young black kids a superhero that looks like them that they can look up to, along with the Dora Milaje and the strong female roles in here for young black females to look up to. He owned this character and embodied this character, much like how Robert Downey Jr. is Iron Man, how Chris Evans is Captain America, how Tom Holland is Spider-Man. Chadwick Boseman is T'Challa. And going back to what I said earlier, and pardon me if I'm rambling. Usually for my video series Turtle Talks, I typically have a rant. This isn't really a rant. This is just me wanting to pay my respects to one of my favorite actors. and I'm just really saddened by his passing. Going back to what I'm talking about, the comic version of Black Panther, he not only, yes, he's the king of Wakanda, a fictional country in Africa, and they are the number one capital in the world to hold vibranium. But the T'Challa that's in the comics is very much a headstrong, boastful, very stubborn, very pig-headed person. Um, Not only that, and I'm doing my best to not pause this, and I'm gonna do my very best to not have this video go over 20 minutes. Black Panther is the first. I want to get this completely right. He's the first black uh, black superhero to have his own comic that was from African descent. Like Luke Cage was the first black African American character to have his own book, but Black Panther's the first black character of African descent to have his own comic book. And Black Panther was actually one of Stan Lee's favorite characters to write for. And this character could go one on one with Captain America, much kind of how he he can do that in the movies. But when we first see him, when we first see Chadwick Boseman's T'Challa, we see him in The Winter Soldier. And as you know, if you've seen the movie, if you haven't, as a matter of fact, if I'm spoiling anything for you, please go and watch all these movies that he's in, that he plays his character. In the movie, we see that he loses his father. And he's very close to his father, T'Chaka, who, the Black Panther is a role that is passed down and is earned from father to son. And usually the Black Panther is also the ruler of Wakanda. So that's something that is very much correlated between comic and movie. One of the things that T'Challa is very much known for is his relationship with Aurora Monroe, aka Storm. And them breaking up in the focal point was pretty much due to Avengers versus X-Men, but at the same time, it was also T'Challa lashing out because of Wakanda partially being destroyed due to the conflict, and him kind of taking it out on their relationship. I have never really been a fan of T'Challa from the comics just because of how headstrong he is, how very much stubborn, and he's a prince. He's an arrogant a-hole. Luke Cage was always my guy. Chadwick Boseman changed my complete feelings when I first saw his character, not in Black Panther, but in Civil War. Because in Civil War, he's on a revenge mission. He wants to kill Bucky because the explosion goes off, and he believes Bucky's the reason why his father has passed away. And through it all, in this movie, we see that T'Challa is the smartest character. While Iron Man knows that Bucky was mind controlled and killing his parents, he doesn't care. He's still going to fight him and Cap. He's so enraged and so caught up and enraptured by his want for vengeance that all sensibility goes out the window, which is understandable. But when T'Challa, who has been expertly following them, and mind you, he has one of the best fight scenes when chasing down the Winter Soldier earlier on. He has some of the best one-liners. He has some of the best comics, especially when he first meets Clint, and he's like, "I don't care who you are." But he is so smart who have followed them all the way to this hidden facility, hear the information that's going out, knowing that the main villain, the actual main villain of this entire movie, just wants everybody to fight and kill each other. He doesn't succumb to his anger. He doesn't even kill that guy. He stops him from killing himself and turn him in so he can get true justice. And Black Panther takes place after that movie. And of course, even through all of his anger, he takes care of Bucky and promises to help reverse the brainwashing at the end of Civil War. And when we pick up, we have a king who is struggling with maintaining the old ways, but at the same time changing, because some of the old ways they're not malleable, they're not adaptable, and it turns out that some of these old ways gets them in trouble, especially when Killmonger comes in and totally flips the country upside down. One of my favorite Dungeons and Dragons DMs, Matthew Colville, I'm gonna link his video at the bottom when he explains how to make your fictional country be like Wakanda in its infrastructure. Ryan Coogler did an amazing job on this movie, and just it's so much, it's so much love that is in this movie that you don't see it even the first time, third time, fourth or fifth time you see it. And you have to really pay attention and understand how this works. And it's so wonderful how these characters are portrayed. Even with T'Challa has a lot of pressure to find Andy Serkis' character Claw, and we see Claw from Age of Ultron, which is where he loses his arm, and he is stolen vibranium from Wakanda, gone inside, broken through their secret barrier and their high technology, and has hurt a lot of people, and so many people have died from it, and he has pressure on his back to go and capture this guy. All while his his love interest, she's a spy. He's coming to terms with them being at different places in their life. And he's also coming to terms with being the king and having all these things expected of him, and not wanting to let down his people. Chadwick Boseman's T'Challa is so amazing because he has every right to want to kill Eric Killmonger, to just end him. But even through the battle, even after this guy has thrown him off of a waterfall, even after he has threatened to kill his sister and his mother and his love interest and one of his best friends in Okoye, at the end he is saying, "We are family. You are my cousin. You are my brother. Do not throw your life away. Just be with your family." And of course, we know Killmonger's choice to, you know, die free rather than be another form of a slave and being captured. And Chadwick's approach to the character, it's it's so crazy when you have actors that embody these characters so much, because it's so easy to blur the lines, because at the point towards the end of the movie, T'Challa is saying we're opening up Wakanda. We're going to share our technology. With our technology, people can be healed faster. People can recover from being sick faster. People can have more advances and more changes in their lives, and we are willing to help downtrodden communities. You know, a big theme of this movie is about how a lot of us African Americans have, we feel more or less cut off or pushed away by some of our African brothers and sisters. And I'll throw in a personal anecdote. I've actually had someone at my university tell me that me being African American means I'm diluted, and that had hurt, and that had changed some of my feelings. And this movie completely turned, it changed my look, and it made me feel that there are other people that feel this way, feel the same way I feel. And at the same time, there are also people like T'Challa that are willing to say, hey, we should be helping our brothers and sisters across the seas, our brothers and sisters that are in America and that are all over the world. And to see a kind-hearted king in T'Challa, not wanting to kill Killmonger, not wanting to kill M'Baku, even though he's within his rights within both of those moments, even to the point where he rather Claw stand trial than for him to get, rather for him to behead him on the spot. Excuse me. He shows a lot of compassion. He shows a lot of wisdom, even when speaking to his father from beyond the grave, saying that, you know, that child that you've forsaken, he is one of our own. Now I will bear this burden that you had, and I will make all these things right. The Black Panther, well, and one of the things in this movie, they shaved off a lot of his higher intellect, because Black Panther in the comics is a genius level intellect, very intelligent, and they gave a lot of that to Shuri, which is fine, because the upside of it, they made him a more compassionate king. He's not as boastful. He is proud of his family, of his country, of himself, and of his people. And at the very same time, he's still growing. That is his fallacy. His fallacy is that he's still growing and still learning to be a king. And if if by some way, Chadwick Boseman, that you are able to receive my spirit, I thank you. I thank you so much for embodying this character and for making someone that grown people, myself, children, can all look up to, and that we can all just we all just thank you. I'm also going to send out condolences to his wife, his family, his friends, those who were very close to him, and those who are like myself, who are heartbroken, saddened, and grieving through hearing this very, very sudden news. Please, I ask of you, if you're gonna comment, just tell me what you like about Chadwick's Black Panther. Tell me, tell me, what was some of your favorite parts from the movies he's been in, from Infinity War. One of my favorite moments is the portal scene from Endgame, where he comes in, and it's just as strong as the Infinity War part, where he's doing the Yibambe and they're all jumping in. So we lost a amazing actor, an amazing man, and the world is sadder for it. And I really don't know what else to say. So please leave a comment down below. Usually this is the part where I tell you to like the video and subscribe and hit the notification. Do that if you enjoyed the video. I'm not going to send you any extra pressure. This is just something I wanted to do to show some appreciation to Chadwick Boseman. Please, everyone, hold on to your loved ones. Tell the people in your life how much you care about them. Tell them how much you love them. Please wear a mask. Black Lives Matter, as always. Be good. Be blessed. And I will most definitely see you next time.